Oh, hello. Welcome back to another D-Man the Defenders video. Today's video is going to be the Max Awakening of Asura, and we have an excellent video to showcase his awakened ability here. Let's see what it's called. Azura's Fury, and so basically we'll go through that, but just in my last video here that we did, if you haven't seen it, it's the awakened ability of Billy Kid. So if you haven't seen that, you should go and watch that one, because there's a video there too that showcase what his awakened ability does, and we also got his weapon too. But today we're going to do the exact same thing with Azura, but I would like to point out just really quickly here, in the last video there, when I showed in that video, the set that guy was using is the 4-piece gemstone, and I don't like that for Azura, simply because whenever the 4-piece, so every time you crit, you get a second damage, right? That procs up, right? That does an additional damage. Whenever Azura is using his slash move here, right? Like it's 60% chance to slash again, right? But if the first slash crits, it'll stop any upcoming slashes, so he won't continue to slash. That's why I don't use that set, even though if it didn't bug out, the storm set would be the best one. But anyways, we're going to be taking a look at here. So I've already gone ahead and I've already prepared. It's that way the video won't be ridiculously long, and I'm sacrificing the Freddy and the Grim Reaper because from my awakening videos like a long time ago, the Grim Reaper is already max awakened already, and Freddy's already max awakened already, so that's why I'm going ahead to sacrifice. Yeah, that's why I'm going to sacrifice the Grim Reaper and the Freddy here. And if you noticed, it doesn't let you sacrifice at any 10 stars. That's why we can't sacrifice like the 10-star Cassius or the 10-star Lilith here. So we're gonna go ahead and just pick, let's say, the Grim Reaper, and then we're gonna awaken. Oh, I can't because it's locked here. I have to reselect, confirm. Let's use Freddy this time. Doesn't really matter. And when you awaken them, they get such a big power spike. So the first time you awaken them, they go to an 11-star, and look at that big power spike there. The second one is not as much, so just sort of focus on the amount of HP that you get, right? Like, let's say, look at the HP and the attack, not the TD attack, right? But just the HP and the attack. So almost 3k attack and almost 41 or 4200 HP, or 42,000, right? Now we're going to do the second one, and for the second one, you don't need as much as you saw there. Instead of an 8-star, we only need 7-star, and then we're going to use this one here. I'm going to awaken, and when you awaken the second time, it lets you to the 12-star. It lets you be able to upgrade their weapon. It will let you upgrade their weapon here. So if you see, the attack is pretty much the same, I believe. No, it's a little bit less. Instead of 3,000, it's basically 2,000. And the health, instead of like 42, it gets taken down to, but it doesn't matter. They're both awakening still though. But with the second awakening, you get the increased in weapon, right? Which we're also going to do that as well. And I started the process, but then I stopped it because this is showcase. So in order to get the purple here, or the level 2 weapon for the artifact, you need to get a like the 2 blue ones, right? Like the 2 level 1s, and then after you do 2 blue ones and then another 2 blue ones for the other one, then you can upgrade this one to make it into the tier 3 here, which will then see, we already have like a 1080 weapon here, and now we have this level 6 here, and now we're going to go to 1080, hit enhance, upgrade, and then we're going to improve on the weapon here. Yes, and then we're going to do that, and then we are going to unfortunately, like for the Billy Kid video, as you saw, we took Billy Kid from 200 to 205. That doesn't really matter, but you see this upgrade one here? Like, I'm not going to upgrade because you see, what is it? It costs 32 and I have 33K, because we're going to save that one for the upgrade for Ares. So I'm going to do that one right after here. We're going to awaken Ares. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do the 2 openings because it's ridiculous to awaken her, but I'm going to do that one here real soon. So yeah, so keep an eye out for that one, and thank you guys. Oh wait, completely forgot to showcase what the actual thing does. Let's see. So let's go to the awaken ability, not the weapon. The awaken ability, Asura heroes who successfully attack on a critical on a crit will trigger Thor's might, granting 145% critical certain critical damage while applying a layer of Asura's blood on your heroes, increasing critical damage by 20%. It lasts the entire match. That's so good. Basically, for the rest of the match, he gets like, this is critical strike damage, right? Like basically he gets the Asura's incarnation upon them, like, so like making it so that way, yeah, basically like they crit a lot harder. So if this gets put on Billy Kid, that would be so amazing. But just to showcase what it does here with the Temple Wars, man, it's a good thing I remembered, huh? And we're going to show one guy that pretty much I'm surprised I won against that Ray Stone guy, but he has a very good setup. But the Valkyrie here, and that I lost to him, he uses triple Freddy setup, and I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Like, anyone that uses double Freddy or triple Freddy, like, that's a big commitment. So basically, we're going to wait until one of his heroes crits, right? One Astro hero. And I will speed it up, but just in case if anyone's curious about how these matches go and stuff. See, his Ares went first because of the speed that he uses. So the Billy Kid didn't crit there, but take a look at this one. See, the Billy Kid crit, and then out comes Asura, right? And also making now, do you see like the little procs on it kind of gone there, but did you see the above Billy Kid's head there? That blood, man. Just to showcase really quickly, right? That's why it's so important to have speed on the areas there, right? That's why it's so important to have speed on the areas. But not only that, that's why if you're watching my Freddy best gems for Freddy, that's why I like to go with this right here with because did you see how close my Freddy came to dying? Because his Ares went first against my Freddy, right? Because my Freddy, I had to give up my he used to have speed here, but I had to give it up to give it to Billy Kid here. I had to give it up for Billy Kid, right? But did you see how because he doesn't have the speed one, right? And because Ares went first, my Freddy had like a slim of life, right? And even though I ended up losing that entire match altogether, right? Still though, like, I would have lost a lot harder if Freddy didn't get off his reincarnation on the Grim Reaper, right? Because she's like one of my main attackers, you know, like has maximum gear, his weapons maximum, right? I need her to come back to life a second time. That has to be, which is why I'm also going to change up my gem on Freddy here. But that's why I say the 4-piece death plus you need the extra life bonus from the gravity set. Now let's just watch it one more time, or although you can rewind it here. It's going to go to right here. First loss to Valkyrie. Now fast forward the first part here. See how the guy always goes. Guy always goes first, right? The ear is here. And then my Freddy comes, and then look, his guy's gonna go first, and look at that, just a tiny sliver of life. Like if that, and that's his weaker Iris. If his Iris was a little bit, has a tiny bit more gear or just anything else, right? My Freddy would have died and wouldn't have gotten off the reincarnation. And then let's fast forward here. And we're gonna wait for this one here, and just to see his first time that one of his astral people, and then boom. And now look above Freddy. Look above the Billy Kid here. Those 2 marks, that's from Asura, like increasing his his critical damage. But anyways, that's it. That's it for the video. Subscribe and like, and keep an eye out for the next awakening here that we're going to do of Ares. And hopefully I should be able to find a video of that to showcase what it does here in the Temple Wars, because everybody's jumping on the awakening. Anyways, guys, thank you for sticking around this long, and thank you for all the support you guys have been giving me.